News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Missoula police searching for two armed robbers. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Congratulations, you made it. It's Friday, July 17th. 2015 looks like a pretty nice weekend. Right now we have 49 degrees in Missoula. Sky is mostly clear, and I'm not seeing any haze in the valley right now. Our newscast is sponsored by Boot Barn, celebrating everyday heroes working hard for their families. They've got big savings right now on work apparel and boots. America's largest Western and work store, it's Boot Barn in South Crossing. Our top story this morning, a man and a woman robbed a Maui Nights casino late Wednesday night at gunpoint. Both are still at large. Missoula Police Public Information Officer Travis Welsh said the robbery occurred about 11 p.m.
The male was armed with a handgun that he brandished as he approached the bar. The female stayed at the door. Both had the lower portion of their faces concealed with a bandana or kerchief of some kind.
Welsh said the man with the gun then demanded money.
The male demanded money from an employee, and then the two of them fled out the same door. They entered on foot, apparently northbound, on the railroad tracks to the rear of the casino, where they either split up or it's possible that they got into a vehicle and left the area.
Wells said no one was injured in the incident. The investigation's been assisted by video surveillance at the casino. Now, photos of the suspects are available on our website and the YouTube video attached to the story. Anybody with information about the two suspects has to contact the Missoula Police Department, 552-6300, or you can call Crime Stoppers, 721-4444, if you would like to report anonymously. Montana officials have denied a marriage license to a man seeking to be legally married to both of his wives after the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the right of same-sex couples to wed. Deputy Yellowstone County Attorney Kevin Gillen wrote in his Tuesday letter to Nathan Collier that the Supreme Court's ruling did not expand the number of people in a marriage, and Montana's anti-bigamy laws still apply. Collier legally wed his first wife, Victoria, in 2000. He and his second wife, Christine, held a religious wedding ceremony in 2007, but did not sign a marriage license. Nathan and Christine Collier applied for a marriage license after last month's court ruling. He says they're seeking marriage equality, and they're meeting with attorneys with plans to file a civil lawsuit. Missoula City Council is discussing changing the wording of the city ordinance regarding cell phone usage while driving. Ward 2 Councilmember Jordan Hess says smartphones have developed more since the ordinance was written in 2012. Therefore, the ordinance must be updated.
The current ordinance only prohibits sending and reading text-based messages. And so there's a loophole where people can send picture-based messages or look at a web app or things along those lines. We banned handheld phones because holding a phone to your ear was dangerous and caused distraction. And now we have a lot of activities that are a lot more dangerous than just holding a phone up to your ear. Those are not prohibited by the ordinance.
Has said people have fought tickets because they weren't directly texting on their phone. He wants to clear up those gray areas.
There's a balance between safety and convenience, and I don't see us making any changes to the use of hands-free devices. Currently, hands-free devices are permitted, and I don't see any changes to that. My goal is just to broaden the ordinance just a little bit so that people can't get acquitted when they are doing something that's clearly against the intent of the ordinance, but not against the letter of it.
City Council will consider making changes over the next couple of months. Authorities say an oil train derailed in rural northeastern Montana, prompting the evacuation of some homes and leaving at least two of the cars leaking oil. Roosevelt County Sheriff Jason Frederick says there are no reports of injury or fire, but of the 21 cars that derailed, only 2 remained upright. BNSF spokesman Michael Trevino said the train was pulling 106 loaded crude oil cars when it derailed near Culbertson, near the North Dakota border, just after 6 o'clock Thursday evening. Police and fire crews are at the site of the derailment, which was forced the closure of Federal Highway 2, the region's main artery. Frederick told the Associated Press that crews are not going too close to the leaking cars until a BNSF hazardous materials team reaches the scene. But there's no immediate threat to public safety. The sheriff did not know how many homes were evacuated, but describes the area as a rural setting with ranch homes spread widely apart. The Montana Highway Patrol has identified the 3 people who were killed in a head-on crash between 2 pickup trucks in west central Montana. The Helena Independent Record newspaper reports that 29-year-old Duchina Tasha and 17-year-old Isaiah Martin, both from Montezuma Creek, Utah, and 28-year-old Shawana Tara Martin from Red Mesa, Arizona, died Wednesday morning on U.S. Highway 287 north of Wolf Creek. Bitterroot National Forest Supervisor Julie King has signed the record of decision for the Como Forest Health Project on the Darby Ranger District. King explains how the decision will help.
And we've been working on this analysis for a couple of years, and our intent has been to improve forest health, wildlife habitat, while still providing for the recreation and visuals that's so important in that watershed. And so this project will help treat fuels. It will also help treat insect and disease issues and concerns, as well as providing for improved wildlife habitat.
The decision authorizes the forest to move forward on plans to thin about 2,200 acres of overstocked forested areas.
It will be a harvest. It will be through a timber sale will accomplish these objectives, and so there'll be some thinning and removal of insect and disease trees, and they will be removed in a way that is compatible with maintaining the watershed and the resources that are there.
And speaking of forest lands, forest restoration was at the front of Senator Steve Daines' mind yesterday as he encouraged the U.S. Forest Service to restore the health of the national forest system. With Montana's recent drought designations in mind, Daines asked Forest Service Chief Thomas Tidwell to discuss the importance of categorical exclusions, something that may be a benefit to future forest health restoration projects.
We've got a potentially devastating wildfire season on our hands at the moment. Millions of Montana's national forests are in an unacceptably dangerous condition. I'm determined, I'm very motivated to pass legislation that gives your agency additional tools and authorities to complete more forest health restoration projects and do them faster.
Tidwell was given a chance to weigh in on Daines' questions and said the CEs are used to expedite forest restoration projects and enhance the environment.
A CE does not eliminate our requirements to be able to analyze the project and to ensure that we're not having unnecessary impact. The key part of it is to have that public support so that you can go ahead and use this process. We still address, all the environmental concerns, but there's less documentation. So if it has the assurances some of the public need, it's been a very useful tool.
Tidwell says by adding additions, CEs that maintain the public trust, the Forest Service can continue to use them to get more work done. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly sunny skies today with an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. Tonight, mostly cloudy with their lows in the mid-50s. We'll see a slight chance of showers Saturday with sunshine on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.